Hello and welcome to this video, where I will show you how to remove 5 anti-Stoic habits from your routine and improve your life. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified of new videos. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches how to live a good and happy life by using reason, self-control, and virtue. Stoics believe that we can only control our own thoughts and actions, and that we should accept everything that happens outside of our control with calmness and resilience. Stoics also value wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation as the 4 cardinal virtues that guide their behavior. But what are some of the habits that are anti-Stoic and can hinder our progress and happiness? In this video, I will talk about 5 of them and how to remove them from your routine. Let's start with the first one. Habit 1. Complaining. Complaining is a habit that we all have, but it is also one of the most harmful ones. When we complain, we are focusing on the negative aspects of our situation, and we are giving away our power and responsibility. We are also wasting our time and energy that could be used for something more productive and positive. Complaining can also make us unhappy and ungrateful, because we are ignoring the good things that we have in our life, and we are magnifying the bad ones. We are also creating a negative feedback loop, where the more we complain, the more we find reasons to complain, and the more unhappy we become. So how can we stop complaining and start living a more stoic and satisfying life? Here are some tips that can help you. First tip, be aware of your complaints. Notice when you are complaining, either out loud or in your mind, and what triggers them. Is it a person, a situation, or a circumstance that makes you complain? Write them down and keep track of them. Second tip, challenge your complaints. Ask yourself if your complaints are valid, rational, and helpful. Are they based on facts or assumptions? Are they in your control or not? Are they solving your problem or making it worse? Be honest and objective with yourself. Third tip, replace your complaints with positive affirmations or constructive actions. Instead of complaining, try to find something positive or useful in your situation and express gratitude for it. For example, if you are stuck in traffic, instead of complaining about how slow it is, you can be grateful for having a car or for having some time to listen to music or a podcast. Or you can take action to improve your situation, such as finding an alternative route or leaving earlier next time. Fourth tip, surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Avoid people who are chronic complainers and who drag you down with their negativity. Instead, seek out people who are optimistic, resilient, and solution-oriented, and who inspire you to be better. Here are some examples of common complaints and how to replace them with positive affirmations or constructive actions. Complaint, I hate my job, it's boring and stressful. Affirmation, I am grateful for having a job that pays my bills and supports my family. Action, I will look for ways to make my job more interesting and enjoyable, or I will search for a new job that suits me better. Complaint, I don't have enough time to do everything I want. Affirmation, I have enough time to do the things that matter to me. Action, I will prioritize my tasks and goals, and I will eliminate or delegate the ones that are not important or urgent. Complaint, I can't lose weight. It's too hard and I have no motivation. Affirmation, I can lose weight if I put my mind and effort into it. Action, I will set a realistic and specific goal, and I will follow a diet and exercise plan that works for me. These are some of the ways that you can stop complaining and start living a more stoic and satisfying life. Remember, complaining is a choice, and you can always choose to be positive and proactive instead. By doing so, you will not only improve your own life, but also the lives of those around you. Habit 2. Procrastinating. Procrastinating is a habit that we all have, but it is also one of the most damaging ones. When we procrastinate, we are delaying or avoiding doing something that we know we should do, and we are choosing to do something else that is easier, more enjoyable, or less important. Procrastinating is a form of self-sabotage because it can prevent us from achieving our goals and fulfilling our potential. When we procrastinate, we are wasting our time and energy, and we are missing out on opportunities and rewards. We are also creating more stress and anxiety for ourselves because we are constantly worrying about the tasks that we have not done, and we are facing the consequences of not doing them, such as deadlines, penalties, or failures. So how can we stop procrastinating and start living a more stoic and productive life? Here are some tips that can help you. First tip: identify your reasons for procrastinating. Ask yourself why you are putting off doing something that you know you should do. Is it because you are afraid of failure or of success? Is it because you are bored or overwhelmed? Is it because you are not interested or motivated? Be honest and specific with yourself. Second tip: challenge your reasons for procrastinating. Ask yourself if your reasons are valid, rational, and helpful. Are they based on facts or assumptions? Are they in your control or not? Are they helping you achieve your goals or hindering them? Be objective and realistic with yourself. Third tip: overcome your reasons for procrastinating with planning, prioritizing, and taking action. Instead of procrastinating, try to plan your tasks and goals and break them down into smaller and manageable steps. Then, prioritize your tasks and goals and focus on the ones that are most important and urgent. Finally, take action and start doing your tasks and goals one step at a time and reward yourself for your progress. Fourth tip: surround yourself with positive and supportive people. Avoid people who are procrastinators and who distract you or discourage you from doing your tasks and goals. Instead, seek out people who are productive, motivated, and accountable, and who inspire you to be better. Here are some examples of common excuses for procrastinating and how to overcome them with planning, prioritizing, and taking action. Excuse: I don't have enough time to do this task. Plan: I will estimate how much time I need to do this task, and I will schedule it in my calendar. Prioritize: I will make this task a priority, and I will do it before anything else. Action: I will start doing this task right now, and I will finish it as soon as possible. Excuse: I don't know how to do this task. Plan: I will research how to do this task, and I will find the resources and tools that I need. Prioritize: I will make this task a learning opportunity, and I will use it to improve my skills and knowledge. Action: I will start doing this task right now, and I will ask for help or feedback if I need it. Excuse: I don't feel like doing this task. Plan: I will remind myself why I need to do this task, and what are the benefits and consequences of doing or not doing it. Prioritize: I will make this task a challenge, and I will use it to test my willpower and discipline. Action: I will start doing this task right now, and I will reward myself for doing it. These are some of the ways that you can stop procrastinating and start living a more stoic and productive life. Remember, procrastinating is a choice, and you can always choose to be proactive and responsible instead. By doing so, you will not only improve your own life, but also the lives of those who depend on you. Habit 3. Comparing. Have you ever felt jealous of someone else's success, appearance, or lifestyle? Have you ever felt insecure about your own abilities, achievements, or choices? Have you ever felt dissatisfied with your current situation and wished you had more, better, or different? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you are not alone. Many of us fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others and feeling unhappy as a result. But this habit is not only harmful to our mental and emotional well-being, but also to our personal growth and fulfillment. We will provide some tips on how to stop comparing and start living authentically. Comparing ourselves to others is a source of envy, insecurity, and dissatisfaction. Why? Because when we compare ourselves to others, we are measuring ourselves by external standards that are often unrealistic, unfair, or irrelevant. We are ignoring our own uniqueness, strengths, and potential. We are forgetting that everyone has their own challenges, struggles, and flaws. We are assuming that others have it better than us, without knowing the whole truth. And we are letting our happiness depend on things that are outside of our control. So how can we stop comparing and start living authentically? Here are some tips. Recognize that comparing is a choice. You can choose to compare yourself to others, or you can choose not to. You can choose to focus on the positive or the negative aspects of yourself and others. You can choose to be happy or unhappy with yourself and your life. The choice is yours. Remind yourself of your own value and worth. You are a unique and valuable person, with your own talents, skills, passions, and goals. You have something to offer to the world and to yourself. You do not need to be like anyone else or have what anyone else has. You are enough. Just as you are, appreciate what you have and what you have achieved. Instead of looking at what you lack or what you have not done, look at what you have and what you have done. Be grateful for the opportunities, resources, and support that you have. Be proud of the challenges, obstacles, and failures that you have overcome. Be happy with the progress, growth, and learning that you have made. Set your own standards and goals. Do not let others define what success, happiness, or fulfillment means for you. Do not follow the crowd or the trends or the expectations of others. Follow your own heart and your own vision. Do what matters to you and what makes you happy. Do what aligns with your values and your purpose. Celebrate the success and happiness of others. Instead of feeling envious or insecure when others do well or have something good, feel happy and inspired. Recognize that their success and happiness does not diminish yours, but rather adds to the abundance and joy of the world. Learn from their experiences and appreciate their contributions. Support them and cheer them on. By following these tips, you can stop comparing and start living authentically. You can free yourself from the negative effects of comparison and enjoy the positive benefits of self-reliance and contentment. You can focus on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. You can live well and be happy. Habits 4. Escaping. Do you often find yourself escaping from reality through distractions, addictions, or fantasies? Do you spend hours on social media, video games, or Netflix instead of doing what you need to do? Do you rely on substances, such as alcohol, drugs, or food, to cope with your stress, boredom, or pain? Do you daydream about a different life, a different person, or a different world, instead of living in the present moment? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you are not alone. Many of us fall into the trap of escaping from reality and avoiding responsibility and facing the truth. But this habit is not only harmful to our physical and mental health, but also to our personal growth and fulfillment. We will explore how escaping from reality is a way of avoiding responsibility and facing the truth, and how it prevents us from living well. We will also learn how Stoics, the ancient philosophers who taught us how to live well, practice mindfulness and courage, and how they use the concept of dichotomy of control to accept what they cannot change and change what they can. Finally, we will provide some tips on how to stop escaping and start confronting. Escaping from reality is a way of avoiding responsibility and facing the truth. Why? Because when we escape from reality, we are denying the facts, the consequences, and the solutions of our situation. We are ignoring our own problems, needs, and goals. We are avoiding the challenges, difficulties, and uncertainties of life. We are pretending that everything is fine, or that everything will be fine, without doing anything to make it so. And we are letting our happiness depend on things that are outside of our control. Stoics, on the other hand, practice mindfulness and courage. They do not deny, ignore, or avoid reality, but rather face it with clarity, honesty, and rationality. They do not run away from their problems, needs, or goals, but rather confront them with action, responsibility, and determination. They do not fear the challenges, difficulties, or uncertainties of life, but rather embrace them with confidence, resilience, and optimism. They do not pretend that everything is fine or that everything will be fine, but rather make it so with their own efforts, choices, and actions. And they do not let their happiness depend on things that are outside of their control, but rather on things that are within their control. So how can we stop escaping and start confronting? Here are some tips. Recognize that escaping is a choice. You can choose to escape from reality, or you can choose not to. You can choose to face the truth, or you can choose to avoid it. You can choose to be responsible, or you can choose to be irresponsible. The choice is yours. Remind yourself of the costs and benefits of escaping. Escaping from reality may seem appealing, easy, or fun in the short term, but it has serious costs and consequences in the long term. It can harm your health, your relationships, your finances, your career, and your happiness. It can also prevent you from achieving your potential, fulfilling your purpose, and living well. On the other hand, confronting reality may seem difficult, scary, or painful in the short term, but it has significant benefits and rewards in the long term. It can improve your health, your relationships, your finances, your career, and your happiness. It can also help you achieve your potential, fulfill your purpose, and live well. Replace your escapes with healthy alternatives. Instead of escaping from reality through distractions, addictions, or fantasies, find healthy ways to cope with your stress, boredom, or pain. For example, you can exercise, meditate, read, write, learn, create, volunteer, or spend time with loved ones. These activities can help you relax, recharge, grow, and enjoy life without harming yourself or others. Set realistic and meaningful goals and take action to achieve them. Instead of daydreaming about a different life, a different person, or a different world, create a vision for your ideal life and make it a reality. Identify your values, passions, and strengths, and use them to guide your decisions and actions. Set realistic and meaningful goals that align with your vision and break them down into manageable steps. Take action every day to move closer to your goals and celebrate your progress and achievements. Seek help and support when needed. Sometimes escaping from reality can be a sign of a deeper issue, such as depression, anxiety, trauma, or addiction. If you feel that you are struggling with any of these issues, or that you cannot stop escaping on your own, do not hesitate to seek professional help and support. There is no shame in asking for help, and there are many resources and people who can help you overcome your challenges and live a better life. Habit 5. Have you ever felt superior, inferior, or angry towards someone else because of their beliefs, actions, or appearance? Have you ever criticized, condemned, or blamed someone else for their mistakes, faults, or flaws? Have you ever felt offended, hurt, or resentful because of someone else's words, deeds, or attitudes? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you are not alone. Many of us fall into the trap of judging others and feeling unhappy as a result. But this habit is not only harmful to our mental and emotional well-being, but also to our personal growth and fulfillment. We will explore how judging others is a form of arrogance, ignorance, and hostility, and how it creates conflict and resentment. We will also learn how Stoics, the ancient philosophers who taught us how to live well, practice empathy and kindness, and how they use the concept of view from above to see the bigger picture and the common humanity. Finally, we will provide some tips on how to stop judging and start understanding. Judging others is a form of arrogance, ignorance, and hostility. Why? Because when we judge others, we are assuming that we know better, that we are better, or that we are right. We are ignoring the fact that everyone has their own perspective, experience, and situation. We are forgetting that everyone has their own strengths, weaknesses, and challenges. We are imposing our own standards, expectations, and preferences on others, and we are creating a distance, a barrier, or a conflict between ourselves and others. So how can we stop judging and start understanding? Here are some tips. Recognize that judging is a choice. You can choose to judge others, or you can choose not to. You can choose to be arrogant, ignorant, or hostile, or you can choose to be humble, open-minded, or compassionate. You can choose to be unhappy, or you can choose to be happy. The choice is yours. Remind yourself of the costs and benefits of judging. Judging others may seem satisfying, easy, or justified in the short term, but it has serious costs and consequences in the long term. It can harm your relationships, your reputation, your health, and your happiness. It can also prevent you from learning, growing, and improving. On the other hand, understanding others may seem difficult, challenging, or unnecessary in the short term, but it has significant benefits and rewards in the long term. It can improve your relationships, your reputation, your health, and your happiness. It can also help you learn, grow, and improve. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. Instead of judging others from your own point of view, try to see things from their point of view. Try to understand their perspective, experience, and situation. Try to appreciate their strengths, weaknesses, and challenges. Try to accept their standards, expectations, and preferences. Try to feel what they feel, think what they think, and do what they do. This will help you develop empathy, compassion, and respect for others. Seek to learn from others, not to teach them. Instead of judging others as if you know better, that you are better, or that you are right, try to learn from them as if they have something to teach you, that they are better, or that they are right. Try to learn from their successes, failures, and experiences. Try to learn from their knowledge, skills, and wisdom. Try to learn from their values, principles, and goals. This will help you expand your horizons, enrich your mind, and enhance your life. Practice the view from above. Instead of judging others as if they are separate, different, or inferior, try to see them as if they are connected, similar, or equal. Imagine yourself rising above the earth and looking down at the whole world. See how small, insignificant, and transient everything is. See how interconnected, interdependent, and interrelated everything is. See how similar, equal, and valuable everyone is. See yourself as part of a larger whole, a cosmic order, a universal reason. See yourself as a citizen of the world, a brother or sister of all beings. This will help you gain perspective, humility, and gratitude. By following these tips, you can stop judging and start understanding. You can free yourself from the negative effects of judging and enjoy the positive benefits of empathy and kindness. You can see the bigger picture and the common humanity. You can live well and be happy. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos on Stoicism and how it can help you live a better life. Until next time, remember, whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? Marcus Aurelius.